Hey everybody, we're going to go through the Image Comics previews. This is the April magazine, but it's everything that's coming out in June. And it's a long list. They got a lot of stuff coming out. Todd McFarlane launches Shared Universe with Spawn's Universe, one shot, and a lineup of star-studded talent this June. So he's got a lot of stuff coming out. They said this was going to be the year of Spawn, so let's see what he's got going. So let's go to the first book. This I'm looking forward to watching this on Netflix. I heard it wasn't going to go for another season, but I hope it does. Because, I mean, when I read the first books and everything, and it was really good. So I don't know if this going to be what the show is about, or is it going to talk about use the early books for that. But we'll see, because that's what's on the cover here. The previews. Jupiter's Legacy, Requiem. So we got here's the cover, Gem of the Month. All of these. So it comes out June 16th, it says, series premiere. Special double-sized issue. The next chapter in 2021's next Netflix global phenomenon begins here as Mark Millar returns for the sequel to one of his most critically acclaimed series. Chloe and Hutch have gotten married and had more children. The superheroes are working in harmony with humanity and creating a perfect world, but all is not well in the Garden of Eden, as the Sampson family gets ripped apart and the secrets of the Netflix show's mysterious island begin to be revealed. Order big, as this will be a juggernaut. Okay. Jupiter's Legacy adaptation, starring Josh Duhamel. Okay, it started streaming on Netflix on May 7th, 2021. The perfect entry point for customers to jump on board with the Jupiter's Legacy superhero universe and then in anticipation for the forthcoming Netflix adaptation. So when like I said, I saw some of the pictures and I'm like, oh, that guy is going to be the main dude. I'm like, wow. So, okay. The guy on the white suit, I forget his name now. I hate that. But it's just, it looked really good. It looked powerful and everything. So here's the artwork for the book. And now we're with Spawn's Universe, #1. Here's the cover for it. That's cool. J. Scott Campbell. This comes out June 30th. It's here, the official introduction to the long-awaited Spawn's Universe. A double-sized issue that begins a storyline so huge that 3 new Spawn-related monthly titles will spill out from it, including a new Spawn title, Gunslinger Spawn Monthly, and a new team bringing a handful of these characters together in their own book. With this one-shot, the world of Spawn changes forever. New heroes, new villains, and more importantly, new titles coming to a comic shop near you. Join us as we unveil a historic moment in the mythology of Spawn's universe. Very cool. Hundreds of characters interconnecting storylines and a vision toward expanding the McFarlane empire all kick off with this highly collectible one-shot launching a momentous Spawn shared universe. All right. That looks cool. Look at these guns. Man. Here's some art inside with Jim Chung. I love his artwork too. Very cool. What's going on here? Red alert. Oh man. What in the world? Spawn's on board. There's something that jumps from that to this. So that's cool. The artwork looks great. Now we have Compass, #1 of 5. Here's the cover. The Cauldron of Eternal Life. June 16th. Greg Rucka proudly presents a new direction and adventure with Compass. Shahida Al-Amin is many things: scholar, cartographer, astronomer, mathematician, scientist, explorer, adventurer, and, when need be, two-fisted fighter. Setting out from Baghdad's legendary House of Wisdom during the Islamic Golden Age, Shahi's quest brings her to 13th century Britain, where the Welsh are whispered to possess the secret of eternal life. But Shahi's not the only one after it. Okay, reteaming from the pages of The Old Guard, Tales Through the Time, writers Robert McKenzie and Dave Walker, Lazarus Sourcebook, and artist Justin Greenwood. Stumptown, The Fuse, The Last Siege take you on a breathless race. Follow the compass to unlock the secrets of the ancient world. Indiana Jones meets Delilah Kirk in this globe-trotting adventure series, perfect for a YA audience. Very cool. Okay, here's some artwork here. All in blue. Looks dark outside. That's really cool. Looks nice. You see the light and everything from the torches. Wow. Now, Jim Lives, the mystery of the lead singer of The Doors and the 27 Club, original graphic novel. Here's the cover here. June 16th. Historical fiction. 6x5 by 9x5. Amid the intense colors of a foreign island or foreign land, Jim Lives is the story of a man searching for his son, a correspondent for a popular American newspaper who vanished into thin air after sending one last enigmatic message. Jim Morrison isn't dead. He's hiding out in Italy. I saw him with my own eyes. Come along with the creators of Paul is Dead as they reveal the second chapter in their conspiracy trilogy, a new fascinating vision of the most mysterious legend in the history of rock that envisions what happened when the music's over. All right. The second installment of the conspiracy theory speculative fiction trilogy that began with the breakout hit Paul is Dead, perfect for fans of 11/22/63 and the Department of Truth, and for any music lover. All right. Here's some artwork here. Looks nice. Wow, that's cool. Looks like a photograph almost. Just a second. Okay, here we go with Cain and Abel, original graphic novel. This looks wild. This June 23rd it comes out. Cain and Abel. Wow, that's crazy. Fantasy horror. Comic book wise guys, Cain and Abel serve up a summer dump cake of genre-busting mischief and masked mayhem in this oversized anthology of never-before published strips. Slip in and out of subconsciousness with the astonishing shield bug. Surf the flesh wave with black fur and who fears the death roach. Journey into the sub-basement in the gasoline-tinged dust mites. Ride into the creep zone with Nightmare and Sleepy in the aptly named Creep Zone. For fans of the beef and anthology comics with a tinge of the macabre like Ice Cream Man. Very different, very cool. This looks crazy. Yep. Now we got the 6 sidekicks of Trigger Keaton, number 1, June 9th. So it should be out. That's the cover there. Kyle Starks is a treasure. With the 6 sidekicks of Trigger Keaton, he proves that he's not only effortlessly funny, but can also craft rich, distinct characters that you can't help but root for, even at their worst. And Chris Schweitzer Schweizer is an astounding artist, mastering both perfect expressions and wild action scenes on jam-packed, eye-popping pages. I highly recommend this book, Chip Zdarsky, Daredevil. For fans of Chew and Assassin Nation comes a new action mystery series from Eisner Award nominees Chris Schweizer, Krogan Adventures, and Kyle Stark's Sex Castle. The world's most unlikable action star has been found dead, and his previous two sidekicks are looking to solve the mystery. But how can you catch a murderer when almost everyone hated the victim? Now these sidekicks are going to learn what it means to be the stars of the show. That is, if any of them survive the Stuntman War. Wow. For fans of lighthearted procedurals like Chew and the whip-smart humor of Sex Castle and Rock Candy Mountain. All right. Here's the artwork here. It's different. Because I know the Rock Candy Mountain, I saw the artwork in that, it's like this. Okay, now we got vinyl, number 1 of 6. June 23rd. Now these variants down here. A cover B wraparound view and a cover A wraparound view. So he's got a bear mask with one eye out on that one, button eye. And here he's just out in the open there. Plastic creators Doug Wagner and Daniel Hilliard return with Eisner Award winner Dave Stewart for an unsettling tale of psychopaths, sweet love, and a serial killer named Walter. When Walter's best friend, the FBI agent charged with his capture, is kidnapped by a death cult of all-female sunflower farmers, Walter finds himself deep within an underground labyrinth filled with secrets and monsters. But are there monsters more horrific than his? I say, but are there monsters more horrific than his? Wow. Okay, Dexter meets Nailbiter in his horror comedy romp, perfect for fans of plastic and readers with a dark sense of humor. I know Dexter. Well, here's the artwork. This looks really crazy here. Wow. Now we're going to go with Ant, number 12. Erik Larsen doing that, June 9th. So this one's out now. All new Erik Larsen blockbuster. Guest starring the dynamic Daredevil. At last, the awesome answer. Here's another cover there. We got the answer. 14 years after its previous issue was published, Ant returns for Volume 1's awe-inspiring conclusion. This special one-shot both wraps up the story already begun by series creator Mario Gully and serves as a completely self-contained introduction to Ant by superstar creator Erik Larsen. Hannah Washington has spent years looking for answers, and finally her quest comes to its epic conclusion, guest starring the dynamic Daredevil. Cool. Now we got Birthright, number 50. Wow. This was a great story. I read like the first 15 issues, but I don't have to look at this. It's at number 50. Wow. Let's see. One last enemy remains before Mikey Rhodes' adventure can finally come to an end. Celebrate the end of Joshua Williamson, The Flash and Nailbiter, and Andre Bresson's incredible 50-issue run with one last mystical or magical journey to Tyrannos. Wow. That looks cool. All the detail and everything. Then we got Crossover, number 7, Chip Zdarsky, June 30th. That's a cool cover. Looks cold out there. Now we got, wait, no, hold on. What is this? Why is Chip writing my book? Sorry, I know this is unprofessional to do in public, but no one at Image is answering my emails. Someone please call me. What is happening? Now we got Deep Beyond, number 5 of 12. There's the cover here. Then we got a variant down here. That looks cool. Space Octopus. Now we got June 2nd, that's out right now. The crew is exploring the secret underwater facility they arrived at, so it's not space, it's deep. Deep water. I'm thinking that was space. So it's 5 or 12. I have to look that up because it looks like it's a very interesting. The artwork looks interesting. The crew is exploring the secret underwater facility they arrived at, but it seems there is still no trace of Pam. What's the mystery behind this place? How will they be able to find Pam? But there is more. What is that strange structure they came across? So many questions, one certainty. They cannot afford to let their guard down. It looks like it. Okay, now we got Firepower. I love this book. I've been reading this completely. Number 12. Okay, this is probably... I think this is this out now? I think this is. Yeah, because I got this Todd McFarlane cover. Celebrating 1 full year of Firepower. What a wild ride it's been, and everything has been leading to this moment. The Scorched Earth Clan and the Order of the Flaming Fist face off one final time. Owen Johnson has fully re-entered the world he left behind, and from this point on, everything changes. This oversized issue is not to be missed. I still have yet to read this one, but this is really good. This came out. I like that. That story is really good. The action and everything, just he's got a family now and everything, and everybody knows if you have a family or if you got friends that you care about and everything like that, you want to make sure you take yourself away from them or out of the situation to help them, or you advise them on what to do or something like that. And he trained his kids and everything, and his wife and him know how to fight. Everything. That's his old sensei and everything, but he's back to help everything. It's really cool. It's a really good story. But Homesick Pilots, number 6. Okay, and there's a variant cover here. That's cool. June 23rd. It's 3 months since a haunted house walked through Santa Manos, and now the U.S. military would like a walking ghost-powered weapon of their very own. Thank you very much. The homesick pilots might be the key to their getting one, if they can be convinced to sell out, that is. Okay. Now we got Oblivion Song by KIRKMAN and Felici, number 31. Like I said, I stopped collecting this after like issue 7. I need to go back and get them though, because I think the story was really good. I wanted to see what was going on. There's so many titles out. I got to pick and choose everything. So this came out June 9th. Everything, and I love Kirkman's writing. He's just really good. He does a lot of different genres. He's really good at doing a lot of different stuff. Story types. This is a new story arc here. The Kuthal have invaded, and Earth is not prepared. Los Angeles, Paris, and Hong Kong are experiencing 3 separate transference events. Nathan Cole may be the only person capable of standing up to the Kuthal forces. But will he be enough? This is the beginning of the end as we march toward our final issue. Wow. I wonder how many issues that's going to be. Okay. That Texas Blood, number 7. There's a cover there. Here's a variant there. Eversol, 1981, Part 1. That Texas Blood returns with a brand new story arc, following the traumatic and bloody conclusion of A Brother's Conscience. Joe Bob reminisces about one of his first cases, a haunting and bizarre evening that left a boy dead, a girl missing, a cult on the loose, and introduced a mysterious man called Harlan Eversol. Wow, that's crazy. June 30th. Now we got Undiscovered Country number 13. Comes out June 23rd. There's a cover right there. Giants. Or statues or something like that. Let's see. Possibility, Part 1. The smash hit returns. The journey through the transformed United States continues as our group of explorers ventures into the third zone. Possibility. A region built on the endlessly evolving landscape of American creativity, from folklore to VR. Wow. Then we got Dracula Mother. OGN, original graphic novel, new printing. June 9th, back in print. See, here it is right here. Looks crazy. Vienna, 1889. Dracula's brides nail him to the bottom of his coffin. Los Angeles, 1974. An aging starlet decides to raise the stakes. Crime scene photographer Quincy Harker is the only man who knows it happened, but will anyone believe him before he gets his own chalk outline? And are Dracula's three brides there to help him or use him as bait? A pulpy, pulse-pounding graphic novel of California psychic or psych horror. Wow. Excellence number 1, or volume 1, Kill the Past, trade paperback, new printing. That's cool. This was supposed to be option off as a show, I thought. This is June 9th here. Excellence 1 through 6. Back in print. Spencer Dells was born in a world of magic. His father belongs to the Aegis, a secret society of black magicians tasked with bettering the lives of others, with higher potential, but never themselves. Okay, now it's time for Spencer to follow in his father's footsteps, but all he sees is a broken system in need of someone with the wand and the will to change it. But who will stand beside him in this fight for a better future? Okay. Carrie Randolph, and Brandon Thomas ignited a generational war in this action fantasy series made entirely by creators of color and committed to one truth above all others. Excellence is real. All right. Ooh, Iceman. Ice Cream Man, Volume 6. Just Desserts, trade paperback. Wow, look at that spider. Collects Ice Cream Man, comes out June 23rd. Collects Ice Cream Man 21 through 24. Here comes the Ice Cream Man for another helping of bittersweets. 4 more cavity-inducing stories of suffering and surviving, with unlimited sundae toppings. Just try not to rot your teeth on these sickly sequential morsels, which, if you're not careful, could lodge themselves under the gums, deep into the roots, far beyond the reach of even the best dentist. Now, open wide. Oh boy. Nomen omen. Volume 3, As the World Falls Down, trade. June 23rd. Collects Nomen omen 11 through 15. This is it, the final chapter of Marco Bibucci and Jacopo Camagni's urban fantasy opus is here, and it's as shocking and ruthless as you would expect. While Becky the Witch and Tyrannus the King face off, Medea's ritual changes the world of Nomen omen forever. Surviving such a drastic transformation won't be easy. Tragedy is always just a few pages away. Death, guilt, and retribution will follow. This is the end, after all. Or is it? Now we got 7 to Eternity, Volume 4. The Springs of Zal, trade paperback. That's cool. June 30th. Collects 7 to Eternity, 14 to 17. Adam and the Mud King's journey comes to an end at the fabled Springs of Zal, which promises to cure the fallen Mosak King of his fatal affliction and fulfill the promise of the God of Whispers owes him. Is it a ruse or salvation? Will it be worth the sacrifices Adam has made? Rick Remender and Jerome Opeña bring their ethereal fantasy epic to a stunning conclusion. Sunstone, Volume 2, hardcover. New printing. That's cool. Let me see, June 16th. It was a simple arrangement. Two friends would partake in BDSM sessions together. They had all they needed, the will, the toys, and the safe word. Sunstone. It means stop. But now, as both taste the bitterness of unrequited love, they will need to find the words to say go. Okay. There's something for just about everybody here at Image Comics. They always do so many different books and titles and stuff. So what's this? Is Image titles to hook manga readers. Okay, these are all different stories here. Blue Monday, Snot Girl, Sun Bakery, Kid Savage, Monstrous, Janet loves that. We got 100%, Heavy Liquid, and Paul Pope. All right. Now what else we got here? Ascender, number 16, Resolicited. This cover here, nice. June 23rd, Starseed, Part 2. Startling secrets are unveiled as Andy, Effie, and their allies fight to make it off Samson alive. Meanwhile, Mother's forces narrow their sights. And we got Bitter Root, number 14. Okay. June 23rd. Legacy, Part 4. The Sangari family has faced many challenges over the years, but none as deadly as the evil they must now confront. With Dr. Sylvester by their side, the Sangaris prepare to make a final stand. But can Sylvester be trusted? Ooh. Questions. Commanders in Crisis. That's the variant covers here. Number 9 of 12. June 2nd, so this should be out. Frontier has journeyed from the birthplace of ideas to the dawn of civilization, all to find a way to resurrect empathy. But what if resurrection was never what we needed? Frontier and Originator dive right into that question in a face-off with Dr. Dracula as the Extinction Society begins its final push to kick us all off the edge and into destruction. The Revenge Regiment strikes. Wow. Then we got Dead to Class, number 47. There's a lot of books, man. There's a variant here. This comes out June 23rd. Save Your Generation, Part 3. Seiya hides in the shadows of San Francisco, avoiding her brother's killer, until an unexpected visitor from the past forces her to choose between survival and the family throne she covets. When you love someone, is it forever? Can you rediscover those feelings once the flame is out? All right. There's a lot of books here. The Department of Truth, number 10. That looks like Sasquatch. Wow. Okay, this is June 30th. Some fictions manifest in reality as dangerous, half-formed things. The Department of Truth relies on hunters to track down and contain these wild tulpas before they become too real. It's time for Cole Turner to see this side of the job firsthand. It's time for Cole Turner to join his first Bigfoot hunt. Okay. Now we got Die, number 17. Cool cover. That's wild. June 9th, so this was out. Bleed, Part 2. Hell is other people, said Surtur. Hell disagrees. Hell has things to share. Wild stuff. Then we got Geiger, number 3. That's a wild cover. I got this one too. I got a different cover though. They're not showing the other ones. They did I think about 3 covers for this one here. June 2nd. How do you make a monster? Geiger's tragic origins revealed, from his time before the war to his fateful meeting with the doomed Dr. Molotov. All secrets will be laid bare when the king of Las Vegas invades Geiger's compound. By the critically acclaimed team of Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, and Brad Anderson. Now we got The Good Asian, number 2, June 9th. Here's the cover here. I think there was 2 covers for this one as well. So it's the Chinatown noir keeps flipping the genre on its head as Edison Hart comes face to face with a killer and more suffering, lust, and soul than he'd ever imagined in Chinatown. A smart classic noir drenched in style and history. James Tynion IV, Batman. All right, that'll be it for now. I'll come back and finish this. Let's see how much more we got. We got a few more things to finish, so I'll come back and finish it next time. But that's part 1. That's part 1, and we'll do part 2 later. But thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Like I said, Image Comics has so many cool books. But now you have a great day, and Collector Dude is out.